What's up, everybody? It's your man Yahi from Children of Israel out here, back again with another video and breakdown. If you haven't heard by now, the word on the street is the MAGA hat-wearing teenager versus the Omaha elder in Washington. Now, if you heard my video yesterday, Blood Moon Bandit, about Esau, I felt a certain type of way when I made that video, and you heard it in my voice. But a lot of times, our enemies can take our anger and manipulate it in order to get a desired result out of us. So, like always, man, I like to breathe a little bit and then go back to what frustrated me and try to figure it out. And how I figure things out are a little different from everybody else on the internet. As many of you know, I kind of see things in patterns and colors. So we got a lot of brothers that were saying, hey, man, this thing is a fraud. And when I heard that, I said, you know what? Let me take a double look at this. And let me tell you, those brothers was right, man. But I got a little more stuff you might want to check out. Some stuff, man, that's going to blow your mind. May even expose some moles in the camp. You understand what I'm saying? All of Israel ain't Israel. And it hurt my heart when I saw the individuals because I listened to a couple of their vids. But anyway, it is what it is, you know. The truth needs to be heard. And we're going to start just with the basic patterns I was seeing, man, to kind of let you guys see what I see when I look at things. So this was really awkward. I always tell you guys, the cameraman takes selective photos. Elites speak through pictures and colors. Words are a smokescreen for the masses. Okay, look at that. So I had to flip the picture in my mind a little bit. I just want to show you guys how I view the colors and patterns. So I flipped it, and right away, I thought about the Denver airport mural. And then I saw this picture. And I was like, why would the cameraman take a picture of the back of his head? And I saw that green and black pattern. And that's the one we always talk about so much. That represents the land under water and fire. And also represents the recolonization of Africa. So everything's a smoke screen. And if you take that picture and put it right with the rest of the patterns, you barely can tell where it is. It fits right in. Now, this caught my eye also. The gentleman in the red hat next to the guy in the blue hood, and also this guy wearing glasses. That really stood out to me. But I'm going to point something out that's going to blow your mind about that gentleman right there, okay? Very deceptive picture. Okay, this guy here, no problem. I knew what this was. I studied this so much that it comes right to mind. I saw that pattern close together, and right away, the two children over the beast. Okay, that's in the Denver airport mural in front of the Oaks on Fire. Now, this caught my eye also. The camp that was there, I'm not going to call brothers out, but some things caught my eye. That brother with the beard caught my eye especially. Something not right. Something not right, Israel. And maybe it's somebody out there that can vouch for him, and I respect that if you're an elder, but something not right. And I saw this guy. He was listening to him. And I said, man, this looks familiar. And right away, patterns started going off in my head. And I'm not saying what is not what it is. I'm showing you how my mind moves, okay? Because I know what it is, okay? So I'm just like, man, you know, I understand from being in the background that I'm from. Secret societies use a lot of entertainment as fake news, okay? Let's take this all the way back to Trump's speech in the Garden on January the 4th. I'm going to show you something, okay? That was a very staged, false, almost like a false flag event. That speech in the Garden was total misdirection. You see the black, blue, and the red and green right there. All right? You understand what I'm saying? You see the red, black, green, and blue. Okay? You always see it. You just don't catch it. You always see it. You just don't catch it. Always look at it twice. Now, this is the picture I want you all to really focus on. You see that black gentleman right there? It's hard to find a copy of this speech in the Rose Garden. This is an extended version. I watched the original version. And when it first comes on, all those people in the front turn around one at a time. It's really awkward. It's really silly. And the black guy kept looking at his phone. And I was like, man, he's doing all these poses. Those are esoteric symbolisms. And then he looks at the screen to confirm. And he really holds his red phone. I said, man, I know what that is. That went off in my head right away. I know what that pattern is. Especially when the white girl, put her hands on his back. I'm like, who does that shit? Okay, my pattern just started going off. I said, okay, that's the blue next to the red. That's also the boy in blue next to the kid in the red hat. hovering over the beast. That's also that picture. And that's why he did the next pose he did, to confirm it. He put the red in the air and the blue was down. Okay? And the same picture can be used to somewhat explain the coming king. Okay? And that's why he's looking up. You'll see that in fake news a lot. They'll use black people to do it more than often because the next coming king is going to be black. He's going to really misdirect the children of Israel, just like Pharaoh did. He looked like the children of Israel, but he wasn't. And when the white lady, I believe, put her hands on his back, that represented the oaks on fire. You see the pillars are made to look like the trees. But it's the gentleman in the front that's turning around right now that's going to blow your mind. Okay? That's what this is all about. I just took it back to the garden to show you some things. But it's that gentleman in the front right there. That's what I want. Okay, now, if you look at the video, I guess they call themselves the Pull-Up Boys, Hebrew Israelite team or camp. That guy looks exactly like the guy all the way in the front. The same face, glasses and mustache. And I'm like, I get that. Even the colors are the same that they're next to. The blue, the green, and the black, right? The blue, the green, and the black. If you look good, you'll see every color. But I was like, I know that mustache and those glasses and that nose. And if you're a little older than me, you should know it too. Okay? That's Groucho Marx. And Groucho Marx was known for being a master of wit. I'm sorry, a master of quick wit. All right? He was slick. He was smooth. He would outsmart you with comedy. You understand what I'm saying? And let's see what Groucho Marx come from, because this will crack it all the way open and let you know who's in charge of this, who's playing these games. Marx's family was Jewish. Groucho's mother was Meanie Skoenberg. Come on, man. That's a picture from 1915. I believe that's during the Great Depression. Come on, man. They talking to you. Watch for the color combinations. I always tell you, pink and black, red, black, green, blue, purple, rainbow, black, and red. All right, because black and red equals ceremony. And this word kind of just like, I knew right away, man. Everybody figures out things are fake in a different way. I use patterns and colors. All right. Nathan Phillips. The more I looked up this dude, they said he was in the military, then he wasn't. Then I saw he was an actor. Now, right away, I saw the book bag with black and pink on it, and it was right next to a rainbow with a feather. And I know what that feather means. A lot of you guys maybe don't, but I'll tell you in the future. You know what the rainbow means? That's the full vortex math chart. And the pink in the front represents the CERN, or it can represent beast year or aggressive Illuminati. This is the year they come out from hiding. All right, Israelite watchmen, stay ready. All right, because this kind of hurt my heart. Now, the more I saw the video with the camp, the pull-up boys, I kept seeing patterns. I'm like, why would the cameraman focus on these book bags? They would do a freeze frame every so many minutes, all right, or seconds. And I was like, I know those color patterns. Now, I especially know this color pattern. Why in the hell would all red clique of people with a dog be standing next to a camp? And the cameraman kept focusing on this. I said, man, this is a setup. They're speaking through colors again, like they always do. You understand? And whenever you see a dog in fake news, it represents Ishtar, like the boy hugging the cop, the gentleman who wasn't letting his home in Missouri. It all means the same thing. But as you saw, the red and the black, go back to the picture if you need to. It looks exactly like the picture from the Denver airport mural. But then that clique, the pull-up boys, they went to the gun range. And they started taking awkward pictures, like they showed the deer head, and as like a trophy on the wall. And that's similar to the picture in the Denver airport mural with the buffalo head on the wall. Well, the deer head can represent the Baphomet too. So it's a duality. It represents the buffalo as a mount, and it also represents the Baphomet. Now, they also showed a young man carrying a book bag in gray and black, and he had a suitcase he was rolling. And we know what the book bag represents, and we know what the gray and black represents, the JLC. So somebody got some snitches in their goddamn camp. Okay? And let's keep going. 8 equals illusion. 22 equals to bring together. 44 equals chaos. 444 equals Judah and chaos. 216 equals 666. I tell you these numbers all the time. I'm just going down a list to remind you I'm not making this shit up. Now, when you break down their name, the pull-up boys, 16, 21, 12, 12, 21, 16. That's duality, 9/11, 44, 22, 444. Man, come on. All that shit's in there. And then they freeze framed on this picture right here. And how my mind works, man, I see patterns. That's all I see, right? So I'm like, man, this is some bullshit. I studied this picture so much because, you know, it's kind of what I was doing. That's the same damn picture, man. You may not see it. All right? But why would a group of Hebrew Israelites, so-called, go into a gun range and take a picture of the ocean and a damn walkway and hold the camera there? Because they're speaking through codes. And everybody in their clique represented one of the kids that was in the mural. The kid looking up next to the columns, the guy in the blue hat, and the guy with the black and white shirt on. It's bullshit, man. Somebody need to, man, answer me some questions or something, man. Please, man. I hope this ain't so. I hope it ain't so, man. But that makes a lot of sense because now we're in that Project Megiddo phase. And you see the black Hebrew Israelites at the bottom of the list, but they're next to apocalyptic cults. But you don't see any Jewish cults, organizations, or Israeli state symbols on there. They're going to demonize everybody to promote themselves. And it is ironic because the same group that went to the preach in front of the Washington, in Washington, they went to the gun range, and next thing you know, the kids who they are meeting with, they're scared to go to school. They receive death threats. So if you look at the video where he went to the gun range, look at the numbers, 22, 122, 15, 38. 38 equals 311. And then you look at the clip where they're preaching, your 41s, your 38 again, your 2s over your 9, your 8s over your 3 in front of the 9. It's all 9/11 symbolism. And when they went to the gun range, they shot AR-15s, 40 calibers, and 9s. AR-15 is what they're trying to ban. That's the gun they use in all the mass shootings. And like I said, they put up a gun video not too long ago about shooting at the range. Now these kids that came out to confront them are scared. The picture on the front said the Daily Beast newspaper. We know what the beast is. That's the EU. The color schemes go along with everything we ever talked about. It's a setup, man. They're going to demonize the brothers, man. And somebody's working with them. You see the menorahs in the back? Same color. Black, gray, blue. And we know what it stands for. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and call this some bullshit, man. Children of Israel out here. Peace, man. You guys get ready. They're about to come down on brothers, man. Real talk.